This is the Gecko 2.0 KRISS Vector Kit. It's a combination of many of the mods and upgrades I showcased during Gecko Week, plus some additional parts. It's the most tactical you Gecko's ever gonna get, and it's such a pleasure to shoot. Here we go with the video. Hello friends, hello YouTube, how are you guys doing? Rainbow here with another Gecko mod video. It is Gecko Week day number 7, so this means it's the last day of Gecko Week and we have to end it on a banger. You could say I saved the best for last, but I kind of had to because the kit I'm showing off today is a combination of a bunch of mods and upgrades that I've showcased during the week and that you've seen already. So without any further ado, this is the Gecko 2.0 KRISS Vector Kit. I mean, look at this. This, in my opinion, is the most amazing a Gecko can ever get. It's the most tactical a Gecko can ever get. I do just love the looks and feel of this. If you're moving away from the small pistol compact sort of thing. So as I said, the KRISS Vector Kit is a combination of a bunch of mods that I've showcased during the week. And if you've seen all the videos in Gecko Week, you can already sort of spot them. And there's a couple of extra parts. So all the functional internal upgrades of the Gecko 2.0 are of course installed in this blaster. As you can see on the outside, it has the Gonzo grip system with the standard grip installed in the front here. It has the carbine kit installed with an RMR frame. The obvious big change to this kit is this part right here. And it's not just here, it actually goes around up till the grip here. It is a foregrip mag holder done by ZaurkoBlasters, formerly known as Axel Customs. And I've licensed this to be part of this kit, so this is available in my shop individually as well as in the KRISS Vector Kit. Now what this does, it adds a mag holder, a foregrip, as well as a mag flare to the Gecko. Let's talk about this piece for a minute because it's the new addition to anything else. It is a 2-piece print that clamps onto the spot where normally the tactical rail or the rail delete would sit. And then it has this secondary piece around here which goes around the grip. Now it is worth noting that this here is a flared mag well, and because that is there, it makes the grip a little bit longer. It also makes it a little bit more comfortable, but it means that you won't be able to use the original Gecko magazines. And that is because the base of the Gecko magazine that normally goes straight up to the grip will not fit in here. So this magazine is currently, it is friction fit in there, but it's actually not far enough up, so you couldn't quite use this. It just doesn't quite engage with the mag detent in the back here, and so you can't use these magazines. You can, however, use the Taffert Designs tactical magazines. They fit nicely. And of course you can use worker magazines. When you're thinking about upgrading with this part or getting a KRISS Vector Kit, keep in mind that the traditional Gecko magazines with the base are not going to work with this part. And as I said, in the front it's going to hold an additional magazine. So if you put another worker 18 round in here, this is the look you're going to get. If you would use a 10 round magazine, they sit about this high, so it is not quite as long. However, there is 2 different versions of this in my shop because this is mostly friction fit. There is a little detent here, but it's mostly friction fit. And since the worker magazines and the printed magazines have a slightly different body dimension, this is the one for the worker mags, you know, so they don't shake and they don't rattle. But that means that the printed magazines are just not quite going to fit in here. It's just a little bit too tight. If you get the version that fits the printed magazines, the worker magazines will be a little bit loose. And that is because of the slight difference in body diameter of those magazines. If you want to know more about the magazines, check out the magazine comparison video that I've done a couple of days ago. Besides making a really comfortable and cool foregrip, the mag storage is really useful in all honesty. It makes for fairly quick map swaps if you're used to it. So you're pulling out this one, pulling out that one, inserting that one, putting that back in, and you're ready to go. So if you practice this a couple of times, you're going to get used to it. I'm obviously not going to get the best speeds because it's on camera now and I'm showcasing. But you can see, it's actually not bad. If you get it. I mean, I wasn't standing here practicing the mat swaps all day. It will be quicker than reaching for any sort of mag pouch when you go like this. You can just drop this if you need to put it back and you kind of got your hands back on the priming handle. And in the end, it's more about style than it is about function really, is it? I mean, you gotta look cool when you're flinging foam with this tactical blaster. The other cool thing that you can do, since there is side Picatinny rails, you can attach any sort of light or marker or something to the side here. So back when we were running UV games with UV markers and stuff, I had a UV light here that I could then turn on to just see the markers. So that's really handy. When I saw this part out there for the first time, I was already thinking about and working on the Gecko stock, so I had this in mind. I was like, yes, I want this kit. And then with the Gonzo grip kind of came the completion of this kit, and I do really like it. In the front here you've seen it's the Shanye bearing scar again. I call it bearing scar, but it's a B car, but B car is really bad to pronounce. I think scar is easier. I don't know. So this thing is obviously an optional piece. Now underneath here we have in fact a machine barrel, and that's why I printed this in orange, so you can just go with this if you wanted to. However, I do quite like this look. Be aware, this barrel right here is not meant for these extensions. So do not get this barrel if you're aiming for this. You need the longer barrel. It works to just showcase this to you, but the barrel should be a little bit longer so that the scar in front actually has a tight grip on it. I'm basically only doing this for you just to showcase. So the KRISS Vector Kit, again, is a Rainbow Mods&Props exclusive. So you can either get the parts individually to upgrade your Gecko. You can get this, this, and this to upgrade your Gecko. Like, it should be fairly straightforward. This is the Mag Foregrip, this is the Carbine kit, and this is the Gonzo grip system. But you can also get all these parts when you build yourself your own blaster, when you configure your own blaster using My Blaster Configurator on the web shop. Now what about this build in particular? There's a couple of things with this build in particular. It has the RMP5 spring installed, it has the 1712 air holds barrel in here. So in the back here you can see it uses two colors carbon rods. These are black and red, and I just love the looks of these, especially out in the sunlight. They are really, really shiny. And in the back here it has a red dot sight installed onto the RMR frame, so this is how it would look like when you screw in your red dot to the RMR frame, just like there. It's got the GripTech grip scale, which I really like. It's printed in glitter red, blue pearl filament, and some galaxy silver. Reason I'm pointing all this out to you is this build will be available in the shop after the Comic-Con Stuttgart, which is at the end of the month. So if you're at the Comic-Con in Stuttgart, make sure to come by my booth. You can see this one in person. And otherwise, after the Comic-Con, so in November, I think, this one will go up live on the shop. So you get your chance to own this very one with the modifications as you see it now. Alright everybody, so the Gecko 2.0 KRISS Vector Kit marks the end of Gecko Week. I really hope you enjoyed all the videos this week. Let me know in the comments which video was your favorite and which upgrade are you the most excited about. All of the upgrades and products I talked about will be available in my web shop as soon as possible. Because of the technical problems during last week, I wasn't able to get all the listings up. I'm working on this as we speak, so they should be up really, really soon. Until then, I really hope you like this one. I hope to see many, many of you at the Comic-Con in Stuttgart. And until the next video, stay healthy, stay safe, happy modding, happy nerfing, love and sunshine.